Hey Pretty Girl Club, welcome back to the Exotical Storytime series. I'm not sure if I shared this story or not, but just in case I haven't, I'm going to upload this video. So this story is from one of the pretty girls. She talks about being compared to her sister who's lighter than her, being fetishized. It's just a whole hot mess. So let's go ahead and get into it. She says, "Hi Exoticals United. First, I want to say thank you for your channel. It truly has helped me work through some experiences that I just shook off as in my head. I have a few stories to share, so feel free to use one or all of them. I also have pictures for context and for you to pull relevant example photos for the video, but I would like them to be anonymous. Storytime 1. A black guy who moved to town from the UK asked me in a group setting in college what I was mixed with. The black people were asking him why he thought I was mixed because I looked like a quote-unquote regular black girl. He was genuinely confused and was like, yeah, she's black, but clearly there is something else there. He pointed out that I'm tall, skinny, have freckles. They're actually moles, but they do look like freckles. And I don't have the same facial features as the unambiguous black people present. It became a big debate, and I just resolved it by saying, I'm just a regular black girl. Looking back on it, I find it odd that I hardly said anything in the conversation, but black people had so much to say about what I looked like. Yes, I've noticed that whenever someone pedestalizes you, they start policing your phenotype. Notice how in that video I recently uploaded about the caramel skin tone, there were thousands of people policing that skin tone name, but I don't see people policing chocolate skin tones or ebony skin tones. So anytime people start fighting and arguing over your identity, it's because you have a pedestalized identity. So that's why they're fighting over your facial features. That's why they're fighting over your like how you look in comparison to them. It's because you have ambiguity as well as blackness. And so you're having that similar experience where you're being thrown in and out of the community. Okay, so she says, story time 2. My sister is lighter than me, but we literally look exactly alike. We have the same facial features, close in height, wear the same size, etc. There are times where people have tried to compare me and my sister and make it seem as if she is more attractive because she is lighter. If it's not that, then people will say I'm light-skinned, but change their tune once they see my sister. Before seeing her, I'm light-skinned, but then after, I'm suddenly brown-skinned. Luckily, my sister and I are close and laugh at the hypocrisy when it happens. Yes, has anyone else noticed that people love comparing light skins to someone who is lighter than them? And if you ask that person, what color is light skin? Like name a color, not a celebrity, name colors. What color is light skin? Then they go silent. And have you ever noticed how whenever somebody wants to talk about what's light skin, it's always someone who's a little bit lighter than you? Or like if you're not the absolute whitest person in the room, then suddenly you're a brown skin, unambiguous, monoracial black woman. I've noticed people love doing this with celebrities, and it's because they want to approximate themselves to you or because they view it as a humbling tactic. They view your skin tone not being white passing as not being better than someone else. Like I've had a lot of people come on this channel and they'll be like, well, my cousin's lighter than what you guys are talking about. All of those people that say, well, my cousin's lighter than you, well, your sister's lighter than you, your mom is lighter than you, they're saying that because they want you to feel inferior to that girl's skin tone. They don't want you to feel confident in your skin tone identity. I've noticed that people want to control who views themselves as light-skinned or not. But people don't have the same energy for dark skin. They don't care who's in the dark skin category, but they will fight tooth and nail about who gets to be called caramel and lighter. And so I've noticed that one of the ways that people try to take away your skin tone identity is by saying, well, your sister's lighter than you, as if light skin tones don't exist on a spectrum. Just like how there are different shades of dark skinned, why can't there be different shades of light skin? Okay, so story time number 3. I was dating a guy that seemed really sweet, thoughtful, and genuine. He treated me like a queen, and I was thinking it could become something long-term. We were having dinner and talking about our work days. He had a really crazy situation that was pretty stressful. I knew it was something that could make work stressful for the next few weeks, so I didn't want to press the issue too much. I was working at a bank at the time, and I brought up some reports, and I said, my boss wants us to start a financial education program in the community because our branch has a high amount of customers overdrafting their accounts. He responds, oh, that's great. I'm like, no, it's not. He starts laughing, saying he spaced out a bit. I assume because he is still thinking about the situation at his job. He tells me he spaced out thinking about what I should wear to his work event that wasn't until 3 months from then. After paying attention to how much he liked the idea of me and not me as a person, I ended the relationship less than a week later. Thank you again for creating a space for the exotical community. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of men view us as a status symbol. So, like, as a girl who is considered the pretty girl or whatever, you are a walking, living, breathing status symbol. And it's not a bad thing for a guy to view you as a status symbol as long as you are being treated that way and, you're able to use that to your advantage. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all. But what do you ladies think? Have you ever been fetishized by a guy? Have you ever been compared to your sibling who is lighter than you? Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.